setting up celebrities. According to my inside source, Summer Bunni was actually served a cease and desist from Faith Rodgers and her family and their lawyers, prohibiting her from even talking about Faith Rodgers. So if you ever do an interview with Summer Bunni and ask her about Faith Rodgers, legally, she's not even allowed to talk about her. Both Faith Rodgers and Summer Bunni have taken all precautions to make sure that no one ever links them together as friends. These pictures of them together, along with other videos on Instagram, have been deleted. And like I mentioned, Faith Rodgers and her lawyers allegedly sent a cease and desist to Summer Bunni, making sure that there are no interviews or no communication about their relationship as friends. After all of these precautions have been made to make sure that the two girls are not linked as friends, both girls ended up posting on their social media just the other day, linking themselves back as friends. Well, excuse me, Faith Rodgers posted on her Instagram story, linking her and Summer Bunni as friends. And it all started with this one Instagram post by Summer Bunni. Summer Bunni posted on her Instagram just the other day, and she said, "These RKelly hoes be lying and want money." And some of these hoes' moms was dressing them up to go see them. Now, Summer Bunni didn't say anyone's name, but apparently Faith Rodgers feels that she was talking about her. So she went on her Instagram story and she went off. Y'all, Faith Rodgers told it all. She confirmed that Summer Bunni did live with her and her mom, and she talked about Summer Bunni allegedly having an STD, going to Walgreens to get the medicine for it. She put her on blast about having sex with Offset, and she accused Summer Bunni of trying to have sex with NBA YoungBoy. Y'all, Faith Rodgers said a lot. Okay, let me read all of this to you. She started by reposting Summer Bunni's post, and underneath, this is what she wrote. "Meanwhile, you're selling stories to media outlets about Offset for $500, and it cost you everything. No one in the industry takes you serious. Damn near the female 6'9". I supported this female through everything, even the embarrassment, because that was my friend. Me and my family even paid for her to have security after her bold grown ass decided to announce to the world that she was fucking Offset. People who were living in my home, eating my food, wearing my clothes, having me pay for their pussy problems needs to stop coming for me. Every rapper with no health insurance tried to get you a better lifestyle and convince you there was more to life than selling and married rappers. The publicist in your bio came from me. My parents took your raggedy ass to buy Gucci panties cause you had none, and was paying for your flights to work on your music. Don't come for me. Mad cause you betrayed me and I didn't want the friendship back. I don't do shit for people looking for anything in return, but folks will not tarnish my name and family or try to dumb down everything I went through and say it's for some money. And it's even worse when it's from people who literally ate off your damn plate. This is the same Bunni who was my best friend, supported me through my situation, then when she got mad, tried to blast me, but trying to NBA YoungBoy with the same disease. Clown. Bitches couldn't even call their own family for $8 when they pussy was hurting and burning down. You sending shots. Remember, you was at Walgreens throwing chump change for your stupid decision. The same female bashing me for being depressed was yelling suicide after crying for free on TMZ. Yeah, I minded my business, we spoke to each other, we wished each other well. Now I see shots on social media cause RKelly the trending topic. LOL, okay. Bust down, Brokiana, I wanna see you bust. Okay, so as you guys can see, Faith Rodgers and Summer Bunni are definitely no longer friends. These are all Faith Rodgers' words, not mine, so there's definitely no way to misconstrue what she wrote on her Instagram story. She admitted that Summer Bunni lived with her. She admitted that her parents bought and paid for security and panties and all types of things for Summer, so they definitely were friends. Us bloggers and YouTubers, we already knew that, but now for the public, you guys can see that Faith Rodgers and Summer Bunni were very close friends. Confirmed by Faith Rodgers. Faith Rodgers spilled all of her own tea as well as Summer Bunni's tea. And the interesting part to me is, if you look at Summer Bunni's post, she never said Faith Rodgers' name. She said these RKelly hoes be lying and want money, and their moms be dressing them up to go see him. There are a lot of RKelly alleged victims that she could have been talking about. So for Faith Rodgers to respond the way she did, she pretty much implicated herself when she didn't have have to do that because Summer Bunni never said her name. I think her response is more telling than Summer Bunni's post. I'm just saying, Instagram stories only last for 24 hours, so Summer Bunni's Instagram story could have just stayed up and expired in 24 hours and nobody would have ever talked about it. But to see Faith Rodgers respond and give all of these details that not a lot of people knew about, it's making me wonder how much does Summer Bunni know about Faith Rodgers and her relationship with RKelly.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Because in my personal opinion, it seems that Faith Rodgers went on and spilled all of the tea trying to get in front of whatever Summer Bunni knows. In my personal opinion, it seems that Faith Rodgers is dragging Summer Bunni to deflect from whatever information that Summer Bunni may have on her as far as her relationship with RKelly. But like I said, you guys, I have been told that Summer Bunni received a cease and desist from Faith Rodgers and her lawyer and her family. So legally, it seems that Faith Rodgers and her family are trying to shut Summer Bunni up. And as a blogger, I'm wondering what exactly does Summer Bunni know about Faith Rodgers and her relationship with RKelly that may have caused Faith Rodgers' lawyers to send Summer Bunni a cease and desist. Faith Rodgers is on her Instagram story spilling all the tea, so why is it that Summer Bunni is the one that has to be quiet? That's what I'm wondering as a blogger. Especially because this is not the first time that I've heard someone accuse Faith Rodgers of being a liar. Timothy Savage, who is the father of one of RKelly's current girlfriends, Joycelyn Savage, Timothy alleged that he had video and audio proof that Faith was a liar, claiming that Faith Rodgers' mother had something to do with it. And he also confirmed that Faith and Summer Bunni were friends. And he insinuated that Faith Rodgers and Summer Bunni allegedly set up celebrities. I did that video about a month ago. It has over 400,000 views on it, but if some of you missed it, I'm going to put that short clip in real quick so that you can see what Timothy Savage had to say about Faith Rodgers as well. Check this out, and then I'm coming back with some more.
No, that Faith need to get her ass checked, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check her motherfucking ass.
Okay, well.
I pulled her mama to the side. We was in that goddamn room. And I told her mom, I said, you need to check your daughter. I got 4 hours of motherfucking audio tape and video tape. You need to check that bitch and put her where she belongs. Because her ass is like a loose cannon right now. Now, people end up in boxes when they motherfucking ass like a loose cannon. Yeah, she all over the place. The mama can't control that little bitch.
Well, maybe she all over the place because she lying. When it comes down to Faith, I'm skeptical about Faith. I don't know.
That bitch lying. I can let you listen to 4 hours of motherfucking tape. That bitch mama told her to go back and get some more motherfucking proof. I got that shit on motherfucking video and audio. I just trying to hold that shit because my daughter's in a situation. I got that bitch saying that on goddamn tape, video and audio. You can see her goddamn face saying this shit.
That's crazy as hell.
But I'm not messy like that. I just want my daughter out this shit. I don't want to get involved in that old dumb shit. That's between her and RKelly. But when you start threatening my daughter, we got a whole nother motherfucking ball game. I'm not that nigga to be fucked with. And no, we could go to a professional level or we could go to the hood level. Whatever way you want to take it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am.
Okay, so you guys heard that? That was Timothy Savage, the father of Joycelyn Savage, clearly very upset. He was secretly recorded saying all of these things about Faith Rodgers. He claims that he has proof that she's lying. Clearly there was some type of disagreement or argument between him and Faith Rodgers and her mother. Something happened to where he's saying that he has proof that she's a liar. I don't know what that proof is, but Timothy Savage is the one that said it. Now, in that same conversation, he also discussed his middle child, Jai Savage, aka Jalen, and he talks about Faith Rodgers, I guess, allegedly threatening Jalen. And then he goes forward to discuss Faith Rodgers' friendship with Summer Bunni.
Jalen don't even say nothing to nobody. Jalen don't even want to be a part of this RKelly shit. To be honest with you, Jalen got some other shit going on. She don't even want to be a part of this shit. She could have been messing with Summer when Summer was saying all this shit about Offset. She could have easily done an interview with that shit. I told Jalen, leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm trying to understand is, what is Summer to Faith? Because Kelly kept calling her sister.
Yeah, they've been growing up together since day one, from childbirth.
Also, this is just the type of shit they do. They just set well, I don't know. Because the Summer thing is...
You right. You saying the right thing. You saying it right. them mug shots and shit of Faith. Oh yeah.
UCC 1-308, which is a code, the Uniform Control Code, that states that a human does not have to enter into a contract with a corporation. So when we informed Rob of his rights, the the lawsuit mill that had existed for all those years of people coming in attempting to sue him, settle out of court, get an undisclosed amount of money. They get a piece of it. The lawyer gets a piece of it. The manager gets everybody got a piece of these lawsuits. There's 18 of them that were filed against him without his knowing. He did not know that ex-girlfriend just had filed these lawsuits, which is why she filed the lawsuit trying to get money out of the man. When we found out we got it, we told him about his rights. He exercised his rights. He sent it back to the court saying he does not consent to contract with the courts, and they dropped the case. That happened 7 times after we took over his case. Me and my team took over his cases. We knew this because why? I had ex-employees. I hired family before. They all tried to sue me. And my mom started learning stuff about the law. She hooked up with some judges, and they said, listen, you don't have to agree to that. It's a contract to court. So when I found out about how that process worked, I said, Rob, you don't have to agree to these things. This is a contract to court. A subpoena is an invitation. You can debunk that invitation. So that's what we started doing, and he started getting out of his cases. When he brought Greenberg in, he didn't agree with this because, see, Greenberg gets paid every time he go to court. If there's no court, lawyers don't make no money. So that's the whole thing. You don't agree to the invitation when you put yourself in their jurisdiction, and you have to get a lawyer to come and represent you because you're in the court's jurisdiction. A human cannot testify against a corporation. A corporation can't represent itself. So all those things were happening, and Rob, they would attack Rob's corporations like RSK Holdings and all that stuff because that's where the money was. He couldn't represent himself because he had to get a lawyer. And these lawyers railroaded him every time. They took money, the managers took money, the girls took money, everybody took money. I mean, so that answers your question, herpes. The other question is why the rest of them girls ain't got it. There's 50 girls up there. They all should have herpes. Ain't that the case? If she got it, they should. How he avoid them? How they skip it? So, I mean, and then we hear Rob tested for herpes. several forms of that stuff. He did not have herpes. I mean, so whatever she's saying that, you know, and first of all, he's in prison right now. Don't you think those records, everything else is getting leaked? They would leak that too. They have to test him for venereal diseases when he goes to prison, period. Because he's going to the population. They don't want him infected. You know what I mean? Something happens and the rest of the population gets infected because of that.
Right. Yeah, and I definitely didn't feel, and just the type of herpes that she had, there's a difference between herpes simplex 1 and herpes simplex 2. So just the way, you know, what she was saying, that she controlled the diet and all that, like, me being a vegetarian, I knew that wasn't true. So I don't know why they're still allowing this to go forward, period. They should just throw it out. I just don't understand.
Listen, you're absolutely right. To answer this question of Serial, you gave legal advice, I guess you said, without being a lawyer. It's called picking up books and reading it. That's all you have to do. Read books. Black folks don't read. That's why they don't know these things. You don't have to be a lawyer. When you enter into a contract with the judicial system, that's when you need a lawyer. But if you don't go into it, that's not legal advice. That's somebody giving you life advice. You don't have to enter that contract. That means you don't need a lawyer. We were telling them how to avoid the lawyers gang raping them for money. So Sylvia, pick up a book and read it. It's right there. All the things that I'm saying is factual. And guess what? You could use it too. Next.
Absolutely.
I know I can use it, honey. I'm still trying to get my mirror back from falling off the 4th floor. I'm up there at the top, baby, and I'm trying to get some knowledge up in here. But
it's sad that everybody thinks whatever these crackers put into these books and all that kind of stuff, these folks that have been depressing us for years, that's law. It's not law unless you make it law. You give them the ability to preside over you. They don't just have it. When you sign a contract, a ticket, any of that, that gives them consent and jurisdiction over you. Stop signing everything without reading it. Find out what you're putting your name on. It's a contract. We just explained to Rob that these are contracts that you do not have to enter into. And he didn't. And because of that, he was getting out of these things. Next question.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, thank you for answering that.
Thank you, baby. And keep up the good work and cussing these folks out, because I'm not allowed to cuss for 2020. And I done reneged already yesterday, and I done got in trouble cussing. But yes, yeah, but some people, I'm looking at some of the up here. I'm looking, and they just said this not helping Rob, but he just showed you guys that a lot of people are saying that why is Robert signing off on these lawsuits? And he just showed you guys he didn't sign off on this shit. That he was like, the hell with you, you do what you do, but I'm not doing it. So that's what he's trying to show you guys. There's a lot of behind the table shit, behind his back type of shit. That's what we trying to let y'all know about this RICO shit with these.
And was illegally signing him onto these lawsuits without his, because they had power of attorney. So that's why he got all of those lawsuits that settled out a case, because his lawyers did that for him. When we told him, Rob, you do not have to do that. You take your own pocket, get power of attorney away from that attorney, ask them to read any lawsuit that comes in for you, and send it back saying, I don't agree to consent to this contract. We all have that right. Just do the research, period.
Yeah. And people gotta also understand that when you watch the Gayle King, RKelly already said he went to the bank for the first time.
Yeah.
First time. And realized he only had $350,000 in his bank account. He closed that account out and opened up a whole nother one. Like y'all was up here, like people are saying, just read. Just read, y'all. It don't take much to read and understand the stuff for yourself. And, you know, I told people, you know, how my brother went through a murder charge. He had to defend himself. So I had to learn a lot about the law. Thank God he was found not guilty. But, you know, when I tell people they can indict a ham sandwich, they can literally indict a ham sandwich. They had no reason to indict him, but they did it because they could. And just like in the Kelly case, they doing it because they can. I don't see him being guilty at all, and I'm going to stick up for him. But all we got to do is read and see that all these stories don't add up, that, you know, he wasn't paying people off. I mean, if you go back to Rodgers, Lisa Van Allen, when her boyfriend was saying, when they was trying to get money from him, they were saying that Rob ain't gonna pay out no money. So how in the world he didn't allegedly pay out any money if he didn't pay out much, but he gonna go and allegedly get Jerron to pay $2 million? I mean, come on, y'all think that makes sense? Make it make sense, y'all.
So what happened? And I'm glad anybody who read the 25-page complaint / indictment from the state in New York, and they're blaming these Cayman Island accounts on him. The first account Rob opened up on his own was the one that we took him to the bank to do, because I said, listen, Rob, every dime that comes in here, you need to manage. We built him a management app that allowed him to go in and assign different responsibilities to his manager, his accountants, and the money would come through it. We never got a chance to use it, but that's what we were in the process of building, because it's like, listen, there's too many people touching your money before you get it. You should be able to assign up your managers, your lawyers, your accountants, all that, for whatever work that they do to ensure that you get this contract done. But they shouldn't just get it because they on payroll and then they get it first. I mean, today's technology can manipulate documents and all type of things. So by the time he finds out, which, you know, Rob never talked to promoters. He didn't. His managers and all that did that. So they knew what was really going on and they received everything. So they just found ways to hide money from him, steal from him. And that's a lot of what they did. Look at the Cayman Island accounts, $2 million for investment accounts for Rob. So if he had investment accounts, why is he broke? If he had $2 million, actually more than that in investment accounts on the federal that came out of wire transfers from New York, why is he broke? Where did the money go? Who got the money? Somebody got the money, because he sure ain't got it right now. I mean, all he did was play basketball. He ate cheap food sometimes, good food other times, smoked cigars, hung out with his homies. You can't spend that kind of millions that, you know, on the kind of activity that he participated in. He didn't have no drug habit. He had none of those problems. So where's the money? Where's the money?
Right. Yeah. That's you know, there's definitely a lot of questions and stuff that, you know, but it's something, you know, I mean, I don't see, I mean, just me just following his story, I don't see that he was just type of, I mean, I feel he seemed like he would help people, but as far as giving out all this money to just people who, you know, just 50,000 every other month or just 5,000 every, I don't really see that being truthful, you know. So I just pray that it all comes out in court and you know, that he walks out of there and get, I mean, and when I tell people, I think he can walk out there butt naked. I'm dead serious. I'm talking about down to his, I mean, just seriously, because he just really just needs to everybody, because this has been done nothing but just tank him over the years. And, you know, and all this stuff is piled up on him, and, you know, the supporters, we're fighting to try to clear his name. But this narrative has just haunted him over the years. So hopefully this time he have the right people who want to really, really, truly help him, get him on track financially, don't use him, you know, and I just hope he really can find those people. I really do.
Rob was in the music business, not the business of making music. And that's the problem with it. Everybody understands that. And to most people, they think it's the same thing. The music business versus the business of making music is two totally different things. Yeah. He loved music first, and then the business was second, third, maybe even fourth to him. The business of making music, you handle your business first, and then you go make music based on your business being handled. A lot of people knew that he was in the music business, so they took advantage of that, and they took the business part away from him. So as a part of what we was bringing, you know, shining a light on Rob was that, listen, man, you got to get more of a control. If you want to continue to go in that studio and do what you love to do, you got to be in control of your business, man, because right now, too much of it is away from you. You don't control certain things, certain elements of your business. I want everybody to roll this up and smoke it or whatever the hell you do to things to make you feel good. Drink it, smoke it, whatever. This is something I want y'all to think about. They have rewritten the Constitution and amended certain things all the way through when they found out certain things didn't fit. When they see, okay, this bill was written, but it ain't perfect. Let's amend this bill. Let's change this. Let's add this to it. Let's do these things. That's what's happened to this man his whole entire career. From the first time he got sued by Tiffany Hawkins up until now, his crew knew he cared more about that music and being on stage and entertaining his fan than he did the fuck out of that. And nobody came behind him and done a better job. There's going to be very few people that reach the height that he has with music. So being that he had that much love and compassion for his music, every time they got in and started stealing money from him at those levels, these folks already knew that they had to amend the way that people did it the last time and do it a little better. So they put poison pills and landmines in the road, which is what he's stepping on right now. He's not dealing with something that he paved the way and that he created. The folks that handled his business did that because they knew eventually the gig was going to be up. They was going to get caught. You know, people were going to find out what they were doing. So you know what? Let's poison the well. So the moment he goes to drink from it, he will die from the poison we put into it. So that's pretty much what I'm saying. Is like folks that managed his career made sure that they did what was necessary. So right now, all this crap that we're looking at, people would see it and question who he is. Well, he's a great man that's wrote us great music his whole life. That's who he is. He can't be more than multiple things like that.
Yeah, I do. I think that I really do pray. I mean, you see what Prince did. Prince handled all his stuff.
One quick question. This person says you have to show up to a subpoena. If you don't answer the subpoena, it's the same as not showing up. I said, you're right, I do not consent on the subpoena. So listen to what I said. I didn't say that you don't have to answer it or nothing. No, if you don't show up, it's, I forgot the terminology for it, but it's just like saying it's just as bad as not showing up is just as bad as showing up. You have to write, I do not consent to the agreement, the concept, and then write UCC 1-308, sign it, all rights reserved, have it notarized, and send it back. That's what I said. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Well, gotcha. Thank y'all so much for taking my call. I'm going to go back in the chat, let somebody else call in, and I appreciate you letting me call in, Texas.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Y'all check out Miss Arissa. Miss Arissa, type something up there so they can see your and push on her icon. We have view from Tracy Point. Can you answer her question?
Yeah, on the screen. Honestly, why wouldn't his 20-year niggas there to get his stuff? I don't know. I mean, I'm in California. I can't just drive down to Trump Towers and get his stuff. Why didn't they go secure his belongings? Cousins and aunties and uncles and all these people. Why the sisters? That's all here, fake whatever they are. Why they ain't go over there and get his stuff? I don't know. You ask them. Good question. Why they didn't go pick up his stuff and secure his belongings? His computer with all his music on it and his jewelry and his Grammys. Why didn't they go do that? I don't know.
Okay. Miss Tracy, did he answer you? Okay. Let me see. Okay. Oh, she said she thought you was in Chicago.
I'm bi-coastal. I'm from Chicago. I have business in California, so I'm out there most of the year. In the winter times, I'm in California. In the summer times, I'm in Chicago.
Oh, okay. He don't deal with the coldness, baby.
Okay, that was the interview for that, and the interview was just basically to show that they had this whole narrative that Robert's guilty because all these lawsuits, but Don Russell came on to prove to everyone that a lot of this stuff was backdoored. Like, you had people signing off, allegedly Darren McDavis and his people that he hired to come in and work for Robert to do his accounting and things like that. Darren McDavis was Robert's general manager. And so they worked these lawsuits without Robert knowledge. And so Don Russell was showing us that, if Robert finds out that somebody is trying to sue him, he's going to fight it. And he showed him how to fight and answer back to a lawsuit. And that's something that he never had. You had Sony telling him the best thing to do, allegedly, is to go ahead and throw it in the bucket, get those lawsuits out of here. Tom will be talking about that in the next clip about these lawsuits with these artists and what their attorneys advised them to do. So basically, that was paperwork. He was showing us how Robert, fight these allegations of sexual misconduct. And he, when the woman found out that he's going to fight it, they walk away. So I'm like, that's a red flag too. So when someone comes in and backdoor him, they're able to get the money. But when Robert finds out, he's like, oh no, this is not true, and he tried to fight it, and then he sent the answer back to the court, then you hear nothing else about it. And so basically that's what that was. And so and you see, when Don Russell said naked pictures, he wasn't basically saying, I'm showing y'all a naked picture of Faye. He was saying naked pictures, which it was naked pictures that she was sending to him in videos, but that wasn't shown on there. So, I just want to break that down to you guys, and hopefully y'all understand, which I know some people will never try to understand because they don't want to. It's just something that they want to think and not know as far as the facts on that. So let's move on.
About to talk about one of RKelly's alleged victims, Faith Rodgers.
All you did was get rich out these war crimes. It's a conspiracy. Who's the terrorist? The U.S. government must be the terrorist.